Hello everyone, I am the Auto Anorak. I've spent a lot of time in this video, but it will be worth it because it's of my favourite YouTuber in this entire world's collection. It is of course James the Stradmans. But of course it wasn't always 700 Lambos in the Utah snow, and that's why today we're going to be taking a look at every single car Stradman has ever owned, going right back to his humble beginnings. First up, we know that Stradman's automotive journey started with a 1995 Dodge Grand Caravan.
Of all the happy trips you'll take in a Caravan.
Yep, this is the car that Stradman learned to drive in. I mean, did they really even style this thing? It looks like a washing machine. The Dodge Grand Caravan was 50 kilos heavier than the standard Caravan, but don't think of it as a downgrade, think of it as an extended wheelbase, potential inspiration for a later Rolls Royce purchase that he made. Next is the first car I remember seeing in the Stradman channel, the 2002 Audi TT. And now I'm gonna let the man the Strad take it away in a way that you've probably never seen before.
Unlike many concept cars, there were very few changes between the Audi TT concept and the Audi TT production car. This Audi TT is finished in amulet red.
Obviously times have moved on quite a lot since then, but what a cool insight into what the Stradman channel used to be. It really gives you an appreciation for how much he's really changed it up. And this is the car that started it all. If you look up Stradman Homeless, you'll see the whole story of him living in the car, just hustling, just grinding in LA, trying to get the greatest car content for all of us. He even had to change the fuel pump on pretty much no money whatsoever. A very cool story. And now, in one clip, I'm going to bring back some memories to the OG Stradman subscribers. Stradman's laser blue Lotus Elise was his first real introduction to the sports car world. I'm so sorry, James, for putting these videos in. I just had to. The 2005 Lotus Elise had 190 brake horsepower, making it less powerful than his 225 horsepower Audi TT. He didn't really do any mods on this car, but Lotuses are almost perfectly balanced from factory, and I'm sure there's not a lot of better ways to go around the beautiful sweeping curves of Utah than a Lotus Elise. And now for the car that everybody knows. It's heavily financed, it nearly drove Stradman bankrupt, and it's got a gated manual strapped to that beautiful sounding, naturally aspirated V10.
So I am convinced it is the best entry-level supercar.
The 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo was his first car to get a wrap. It was his first car to get a very controversial ski box, and of course his first car to get an upgraded exhaust system, this one being a high-tech X-pipe system. In my humble point of view, this is the most important car in all of Stradman's collection, as it started loads of the various trends that we've come to know and love in his car builds. And I really can't wait to see what happens when B-Road Build send it back to him with over 850 brake horsepower. And next is a car that's probably been a little bit overlooked. It's Stradman's Jeep Wrangler. James opted for the Sahara version of the Wrangler, and while it wasn't quite as brutish as some other Jeeps that I will mention later, it was an introduction to Jeep Nation, and he did manage to actually really toughen up the look of this truck, or Jeep, or whatever you wish to call it. Of course, this list wouldn't be complete without what Stradman said was the best 500 quid he's ever spent. Also, maybe one of the best daily drivers ever, he even took it through a drive-through his amazing go-kart. After this, we were introduced to Jan, a bag of money that was needed in order to buy Stradman's next supercar, and we were also more importantly introduced to the Burlacker for the first time ever really as Stradman's bodyguard. Yes, they really did pay for this 420 horsepower Audi A8 totally in cash. James set about making this the ultimate off-road supercar, applying a stealth wrap, of course another ski box, and full-on Group B style off-road lights. The car was equipped with an automatic gearbox to make it easier for renters to drive. However, churro didn't quite work out, and quite obviously neither did his off-roading endeavours with the car. After purchasing the R8, we were all hyped up in Stradman's next supercar, with many of us being snaked into believing it was a GT3 RS. But of course it was the Baby Mac, a collaboration build between makes and models and Stradman that was based on a McLaren 570S. It was wrapped, tuned and lowered with plenty of 1016 industry goodies, and of course a huge straight pipe exhaust system. The car was intended to have been given away, but instead the owner took the cash and the car got sold on eBay. Now it's time for my personal dream car and arguably the coolest car in Stradman's collection. It's the V12 with the squeaky door that finally brought back that signature satin purple chrome wrap. Since purchasing the Aventador, he's applied a full 1016 Industries body kit, Brixton forged racing wheels, and now he has a 700 Lambo for the Utah snow. To me, this car revived the channel in a way that we'd never seen a car do before, and it sparked an influx of crazy cars that would become the Purple Crew.
Jeez.
So how do you top that? Do you buy a flagship V12 Ferrari? No, of course not. You rejoin Jeep Nation and get another Jeep. Starting life as a normal $60,000 Jeep Gladiator, he wrapped it satin purple chrome, lifted it, stuck it on 40-inch tires, and of course stuck a gigantic 707 brake horsepower Hellcat engine under the bonnet. Its first moments with that engine maybe didn't go so well, but it's now being converted for a full 6x6 conversion. When James got Oscar, he decided to do what any rational human being would do and bought his dog a car. It was a proper hot hatch, a nitrous blue Ford Focus RS that we didn't quite get to see in the channel so much because it was more of a daily driver, not so much a flexmobile like a lot of his cars. Potentially due to the aftermarket exhaust that he installed, Oscar didn't actually end up enjoying the car. Stradman thought about replacing it with the Tesla Model Y, but he cancelled his order and the replacement car is still pending. Adding to the Purple Crew was the heavily hyped Toyota Supra. I almost forgot that before this car joined Purple Crew, it was actually in a satin chrome red, a colour I'd really like to see on the channel in the future. And of course, James became the first YouTuber to become part of the Supra shooting content train, which resulted with the Supra being given a Rocket Bunny wide body kit, and of course it was brought to SEMA with the rest of the Purple Crew. The Supra just got tuned to 500 brake horsepower, and we're certainly excited to see it go against some other of his cars. After this, a lot of us ended up getting snaked by the man the Strad, because when word broke that he might be getting a Ferrari, we of course all thought that he might be getting a Stradale. It's in the name, but of course he didn't. I personally feel that this was a great buy on the Stradman's behalf, because these cars go for literally under $100,000 and they are purebred race cars. I mean, who doesn't want to watch someone driving a purebred race car amongst the grocery getters on public roads? Since its purchase, the 430 has been wrapped in a special turquoise wrap, and it's likely that this is the first of many cars in the turquoise crew. It's also probably the loudest car in his collection.
My headphones are upstairs! I spun it! Mayhem!
Then only about a month later, James flew to Hawaii to collect a brand new supercar. Now, we were kind of certain it would either be a Murcielago or a Ford GT, and indeed, it was a Ford GT. It now has the very first FI exhaust ever put in a Ford GT, but of course not much has really happened with this car because of recent events. However, when this car has been seen driving on the channel, it has sounded amazing. And then something incredibly touching happened. After years of filling his good friend's garage with purple supercars, he thought there was only one right thing to do. He went and bought the burlacker, a Rolls Royce limousine from 1982. All jokes aside, this is definitely the most comical vehicle in the garage. The only question now is, will it be wrapped purple with white wheels? What do you guys think? Leave your suggestions in the comments below.
It's a silver spur, 1982.
And that brings us up to the final car in Stradman's collection to date. Guys, if you've enjoyed this, please leave your suggestions in the comments below, and also maybe consider subscribing. I've had to sift through over 50 Stradman videos to make this, so it would definitely be appreciated. The C8 Corvette completed the collection of internet hype train cars. The all-new mid-engine Corvette has already got his signature purple wrap, and instead of modding it as heavily as the Supra this time, he's decided to really just hoon the car around. After taking it around the blinker fluid test track, he quite frankly embarrassed his Aventador. And you could probably attribute the victory to the C8's brand new dual clutch gearbox. And his lady friend Tessa even got the car up to 171 miles per hour, faster than any of the cars he's previously tested the top speed of.
170! 171!
And there you go everybody, every single car that Stradman has ever owned. Let me know in the comments what kind of car you would like to see Stradman get next. And if you enjoyed it, I'll leave a link in the description to Stradman's Instagram. Tell him about the video, let him know that you enjoyed it, and I think you'd actually really like to see it. That's all from me. Have a lovely day everybody. Yes, here it is, my 2015 Lamborghini Aventador.
3, 2, 1!